Welcome to Nightfall Whisper Tales, where we weave powerful, imaginative stories into calm worlds perfect for restful sleep. Each adventure invites you to drift peacefully through cinematic tales set in magical realms. If these gentle escapes soothe your nights, please like and subscribe to support more journeys into the stars and storms of fantasy. Your presence helps us continue lighting the way for dreamers everywhere. Tonight's story belongs to Geralt, a wandering soul nearing the end of a long journey. Storm's End draws you into his quiet path toward purpose, wrapped in dusky forests and silvered night. We'll walk beside him, feeling every quiet hope and distant memory as the world hushes around him. Listen as each step takes us further from one season and closer to the dawn of another chapter. Chapter 1. The night approaches. Geralt moves alone, his every footfall swallowed by moss and drifting leaves. The forest is bathed in moonlight, cool and ancient, its shadows casting gentle patterns upon the ground. Twilight deepens, inviting a hush that settles not only on the world, but within Geralt himself. He lets the quiet guide his thoughts, each step marking the end of what was, and the quiet beginning of what is yet to come. The cool air brushes past Geralt's face, bringing with it the scents of pine, earth, and old rain. Above him, the moon glimmers through tangled branches, sending silver ribbons to dance on the path. The world seems to hold its breath, patient for his next move. Geralt pauses, letting ancient memories drift in and out, accepting the peace that comes with surrendering to the present moment on this tranquil night. In this silence, Geralt finds clarity. The weariness of long roads and silent battles softens into calm resolve. He listens to the gentle night creatures, an owl's distant call, the rustle of a fox in the undergrowth, each sound a quiet reminder of life's continuity. The end of this season feels gentle rather than abrupt, a slow surrender as the world around him prepares for the new dawn that will follow the night. Chapter 2. Shadows at the crossroads. The forest path splits before Geralt, one trail bending beneath ancient pines, the other veiled by drifting mist. He pauses, listening to the quiet hush of leaves overhead. Each fork in the path seems to echo choices once made, old crossroads crossed on uncertain nights. Here, in the gentle silence, Geralt allows his memories to surface, each one shaped by those who journeyed with him or stood in his way. He kneels briefly by the roots, tracing patterns in the earth, feeling the weight of countless decisions resting on his broad shoulders. Memories unfold softly, not as burdens but as reminders of all he has gained and lost. Familiar faces loom gently in his mind, friends who offered guidance, foes who taught hard truths. In this stillness, the shadows grow long, filled with wisdom gleaned from bittersweet encounters along the way. Geralt's senses become keen, every rustle in the underbrush telling a different story. He recalls Eskel's laughter echoing through mountain passes, and Yennefer's eyes shining with determination. Each memory is a shadow across his path, merging gently into the cool forest air. Every lesson from a friend or adversary threads through his wandering thoughts, shaping the witcher he has become on this quiet, moonlit journey. As he considers which direction to take, Geralt remembers the comfort of past camaraderie, the warmth shared around flickering campfires. Shadows wrestle in his mind, old rivals and companions, their wisdom layered with sorrow and hope. He draws steady breaths, allowing the cool, mossy scent of the woods to steady his resolve. The crossroads stand silent, a place to reflect before stepping into the unknown once more. With a slow, measured step, Geralt finally rises, guided by all he has learned. The echoes of old allies and adversaries linger, gentle phantoms etched in memory. He follows the path where moonlight softens each stone, trusting in lessons forged by every shadow at the crossroads. As he moves forward, the forest enfolds him, its quiet magic promising new discoveries and the beginning of another chapter in his wandering tale. Chapter 3. Echoes of Trials Past. In the gentle hush of the night, Geralt's memories drift through his mind like patches of mist. He recalls shadows that shaped himachos of old battles, heartfelt losses, and fleeting triumphs. Each vision carries a rhythm, rising and falling, softening with the wisdom of time. His hands remember the weight of swords, but his heart recalls lessons only endurance can bring. Images of distant struggles swirl around Geralt's thoughts, each bearing traces of pain and resilience. Broken bones, torn armor, the ache of loneliness. These hardships once carved sharp lines across his soul, but now they are softened memories. Through fog and recollection, he sees how every scar became a step on the path, each setback a teacher. The tension in his chest eases as understanding replaces bitterness. Visions deepen. Geralt remembers quiet nights beside flickering fires, tending wounds, reflecting on choices made in the heat of uncertainty. The wild lands he traversed echo with the voices of those he saved and those he could not. Each face and every word floats gently through his internal nightscape. Lessons surround him in stillness, their echoes transforming former trials into stones of wisdom beneath his feet. In the quiet between dreams, Geralt discovers gratitude for endurance. The storms he once raged against now whisper their secrets on the wind. He allows himself to pause, to inhale the tranquility that had been hard-won from chaos. With every breath, the pain of the past loses its edge. His reflections reveal not defeat, but resilience, a mosaic of hardship and hope spread gently across the canvas of his memory. As the chapter closes, Geralt senses how far he has traveled not only through dark forests, but through the heart's restless journey. Each challenge was a wave, shaping the shoreline of who he has become. The echoes fade into silence, leaving calm waters and a renewed spirit. Soon, dawn will break. For now, Geralt rests, surrounded by the gentle solace that only comes from understanding trials past. Chapter 4. The Whispering Trees. Geralt found himself pausing beside a grove of ancient trees, their trunks thick with age and wisdom. The hush of the forest was broken only by the gentle rustling of leaves, as if the trees themselves were engaged in quiet conversation. With each breath, Geralt absorbed the tranquil ambience, allowing the soft whispers of the wind through the branches to calm his restless mind. He stood still, feeling the cool moss beneath his boots, listening more intently. The leaves fluttered with secrets, sharing memories of countless seasons past. Between the sighs and rustles, Geralt sensed an unspoken invitation to let go of his burdens just for a moment and let the wisdom of the woods guide his thoughts gently. The air was thick with ancient peace, cocooning him in comfort and silent understanding. With eyes closed, Geralt leaned against one of the venerable trunks, his fingers tracing the rough bark. Each knot and line seemed to hold a story, of storms weathered, of sunbeams filtering through leafy canopies, of generations quietly thriving. He realized how small yet significant his worries became amid the vastness of this quiet forest, learning from the patience of trees that had stood for centuries, rooted deep in calm endurance. As twilight deepened, the leaves danced in the cool breeze, casting shifting patterns on the forest floor. Geralt's senses sharpened, hearing new layers within the whispers, ancient advice and gentle reassurances. The trees seemed to encourage him to be still, to listen, and to find strength in the subtleties of silence. Wrapped in tranquility, Geralt allowed himself to blend with the landscape, grounded, present, and renewed. Eventually, as the night's hush descended, Geralt felt an inner realignment. The whispers faded, but their wisdom lingered, quietly guiding his spirit onward. With a final grateful touch to the bark, he resumed his journey, carrying the calm assurance of the whispering trees within him. The forest's secrets, cradled in memory, promised counsel and comfort whenever the storms of day returned and silence became his ally. Chapter 5. A lantern in the distance. Geralt trudges on, the chill of the night pressing in from all sides. Suddenly, a faint glow pierces the gloom far ahead, growing warmer the closer he gets. It flickers like hope itself, steady and gentle despite the encroaching darkness. With each careful step, memories of small moments, the warmth of a meal, a shared smile come back to him, each one quietly urging him onward. As Geralt draws near, the lantern's halo brightens, outlining the shape of a welcoming cottage nestled amid tall, whispering trees. The wind carries the gentle scent of burning wood, promising comfort. For a moment, the world seems to hush, only the steady rhythm of Geralt's boots moving him forward. His heart stirs with the memory of past kindnesses, a beacon lighting his journey through life's many storms. A soft figure emerges at the threshold, lantern held aloft. Their face, though lined and unfamiliar, radiates simple warmth. The glow around them stretches thin but steadfast, cutting through the night and inviting him closer. Geralt hesitates, recalling all the times a light in darkness meant trust or peril. Tonight, though, something gentle urges him on. The lantern's promise is not of grand rescue, but of humble, necessary kindness. Stepping forward, Geralt gratefully accepts the invitation inside. The air within sings of safety spices, aged wood, and fresh bread. Shadows dance softly across the walls, holding secrets but revealing none. In this sanctuary, the world's harsh edges blur. The old lantern, now hung by the door, continues to glow quietly. It reminds Geralt that hope's strength doesn't come from how bright it burns, but from enduring through the longest nights. As he settles by the fire, Geralt finds his burdens easing. Stories of travelers past linger in the air, voices gentle as falling rain. The quiet company of the cottage keeper offers more than a respite. It's an act of faith in travelers, in second chances. In the warmth, Geralt remembers small kindnesses given and received, shaped the soul's journey more than great battles ever could. The lantern's light stays with him, quietly guiding onward. Chapter 6. The Kindred Fire. The trees whisper gently as Geralt steps into the sheltered glade, his cloak damp, but his spirit not yet broken. The air holds a comforting warmth, the crackle of fire breaking the forest's hush. There, beside the glowing embers, sits a familiar friend. Their eyes meet in quiet understanding, a silent greeting passed between them. Tonight, the world outside feels far away, softened by the hush of flame and friendship. Geralt lowers himself beside the fire, every bone eased by its gentle heat. His friend offers a small, knowing smile, one that speaks of shared travels and the storms endured before. The scent of wood smoke mingles with fresh rain, settling a calm in Geralt's restless thoughts. Here, across the fire's gentle glow, stories need not be told aloud. The warmth and presence are words enough, offering gentle reassurance through the stillness of the night. A comfortable silence stretches between Geralt and his companion, filled only by the crackle and soft popping of pine. They exchange few words, just enough to let each other know that neither is alone this evening. The world's troubles seem to stall at the edge of the glade, unable to cross the barrier cast by glowing ember and quiet camaraderie. In the hush, Geralt finds space to breathe, his burden softened by trusted company. The fire dances in the night, painting golden shapes on the leaves above. Geralt listens as his friend quietly reflects on seasons past, their words flowing like gentle streams, easy and slow. Lulled by steady voices and the soothing rhythm of the fire, Geralt's heart settles. For this one night, there is no hunt, no peril, only the warmth of a kindred soul and the safety of understanding. Together, they weather this gentle, necessary pause. As the embers settle deep, the glade feels closer than ever, wrapped in a cocoon of warmth and kindness. Geralt and his friend lean back, content to watch stars peek through the shifting clouds. The worries of tomorrow can wait. Night is for gentle laughter, small comforts, and the shared silence that heals most deeply. In the presence of a friend by the fire, some storms seem to pass quietly, fading away into restful peace. Chapter 7. Beneath the crescent moon, the campfire flickers gently as Geralt and his companions settle in for the night. Overhead, the crescent moon hangs like a silver smile, illuminating their quiet corner of the world. In this peaceful moment, the burdens of their travels seem lighter. Sharing soft laughter and stories, they find comfort in each other's presence, letting the night tame their worries, if only for a little while. The air is crisp and filled with the scent of pine. Geralt's voice, low and steady, weaves tales of old hunts and silent roads. His companion listens, sometimes adding a witty remark or a gentle touch on the arm. The shadows from the fire dance across their faces, mingling light and darkness. Beneath the crescent moon, each story exchanged brings a gentle ease to the restless heart of the wandering witcher. As the stories flow, time seems to slow, and the hush of the night deepens. Laughter melts into reflective pauses, and Geralt finds solace in the rare feeling of being understood. The world outside the glow of the fire feels distant, almost unreal. Here, in this circle of warmth and trust, even the memory of long days and harsher storms feels softened by the night's embrace. The night carries their voices high into the treetops, echoing alongside the quiet call of an owl. They let small moments linger, a shared glance, the spark of a smile, the comfort found in simple presence. The crescent moon above seems to listen, its gentle light an unspoken promise that even in darkness there is space for peace. Together, they allow themselves to simply be, unguarded and at rest. Slowly, sleep begins to weave its spell. Geralt feels the worries of his journey grow softer, soothed by the company of a friend in the calm night. The fire's last embers glow faintly, casting a gentle radiance on their restful faces. Beneath the crescent moon, silence settles softly over the camp, wrapping them both in a tranquil, dreamlike shelter. Tomorrow can wait tonight. Peace finds them at last. Chapter 8. A quiet farewell. In the soft light before dawn, the campfire dwindles, its glow casting gentle shadows on the sleeping earth. Geralt stands quietly, the weight of parting settling in his chest. The silence is filled only by the distant call of a morning bird. He inhales the cool air, imprinting the tranquility of this place into memory, readying himself to set out alone once more. He turns to those who kept him company through the night, offering a steady nod and a subtle, grateful smile. Words seem unnecessary between souls who have shared twilight's hush. His golden eyes linger, filling with gratitude for fleeting friendship. With a quiet murmur of thanks, Geralt shoulders his gear, heart both heavier and lighter for the bonds forged and the paths that must now diverge. As he steps from the warm circle of light, his boots sink softly into dew-kissed grass. The world feels fresh, renewed by the gentle promise of a new day. Memories of laughter and shared stories drift like mist behind him, never fully leaving but folding quietly into the folds of his cloak. Geralt's stride is quiet, deliberate, accepting that his journey is once again his own. Yet, even as solitude reclaims him, there lingers a gentle warmth in his chest. Each farewell he faces, though touched with sorrow, also sows seeds of peace deep within. The road ahead is uncertain, but the comfort of companionship stays with him, guiding his steps even through silence. The soft gold of dawn paints promise on the horizon, whispering that all partings hold hope. With one last backward glance, Geralt honors the night that sheltered him and those who briefly shared his story. He does not rush. Instead, he lets the farewell settle, grounding himself for what lies ahead. He moves forward at his own pace, joined by the memory of kindness and the certainty that his heart, though often solitary, is never truly alone. Chapter 9. The Last Silent Storm. Rain falls softly around Geralt, its rhythm gentle and unwavering. He stands in the center of this quiet silver world, not as a warrior now, but as a soul ready for acceptance. The storm is neither loud nor harsh. Instead, it offers a cloak of peace. Geralt breathes in this moment, letting the rain wash away every echo of tension he carried through the wandering paths. He steps forward, the wet earth beneath his boots reminding him that each journey must find its rest. The rain seems to listen, each drop an invitation to reflection. Geralt does not flinch from the cold. He lifts his face to the sky, surrendering to the calm. In this peaceful silence, memories drift past, gentle and unhurried, reminding him of all the storms he once braved but no longer needs to fight. Geralt's thoughts are as still as the forest at dusk. The rain soothes him, pattering against his shoulders and hair in a lullaby for weary hearts. His swords and old fears feel lighter. The past is no longer something to run from, nor the future a threat. Surrounded by the hush of falling rain, he lets go of burdens, allowing himself to simply be present and unguarded, washed pure by nature's final test. He walks along a path bordered by moonlit trees, every step marking a gentle goodbye to regrets and old aches. The rain's touch softens the world, making the night glow with promise. Geralt no longer carries the weight of endless wandering. With each breath, he feels purpose returning, not as a duty, but as gentle guidance. The storm that once loomed large is now an ally, guiding him quietly toward peace and inner clarity. At last the rain slows, the woods shimmering with renewed life. Geralt pauses, embracing the tranquility that follows. He is changed, not by struggle but by acceptance, a silent storm weathered not with armor but with openness. The gentle rainfall becomes the final blessing on his journey, ensuring he moves forward lighter, his spirit ready for whatever lies ahead beneath the calming night sky. Chapter 10. Reflection in Still Waters. As the gentle rain fades, Geralt finds himself beside a tranquil pond. The surface is smooth, untouched, mirroring the sky and trees overhead. He stands quietly, simply breathing in the hush. Ripples drift outward where a single raindrop falls, and he watches the motion, feeling the world settle into calmness all around him. Here, time seems to pause just for a while. Geralt leans closer, gazing into the pond's depths. His own reflection meets his tired eyes, marked by journeys fought and lessons earned. In the silence, he allows memories to rise, old fears mixing with newfound hopes. The water shows him both the scars and the strength he carries. It is here, by the still waters, that he begins to accept the journey behind him, embracing the peace that comes from within. Around the pond, the forest breathes in the clean post-storm air. Soft mist clings to mossy roots and stones, and a gentle breeze stirs cool ripples across the glassy surface. Geralt's thoughts drift, unhurried and gentle, carried away with the pattern of ripples. He lets go of heavy burdens left by battles and farewells, surrendering to the comforting hush that wraps around this sacred, silent clearing. In this moment, Geralt understands the quiet magic of acceptance. He sees his past, unchangeable and complete, reflected in the calm water. The peace he finds does not come from forgetting, but from recognizing everything he has endured and learned. With each deep, deliberate breath, his heart grows lighter. The future feels open before him, like a path softened by rain, but shining gently beneath the dawn. Geralt rises, the last of the storm's unrest finally gone from his spirit. One last look into the pond offers a gentle farewell to doubts and regrets. He turns away and walks forward, carried by new strength and gentle hope, grateful for the stillness that gave him clarity. The path ahead calls, quiet and reassuring, and with every step he welcomes the next chapter waiting just beyond the tree line. Chapter 11. A new dawn's purpose. As soft light creeps across the forest, Geralt stirs beneath the ancient trees. The hush of night is yielding now to gentle golden rays. Morning glimmers on dew-laden leaves, casting the world in a peaceful glow. Birds begin to murmur their gentle welcome, each note a promise carried on cool, fresh air. Geralt feels his spirit ease, the burden of yesterday fading behind him. The silence that once blanketed the woods lifts as birdsong steadily grows. Calm ripples through the trees, mingling with the hopeful call of distant finches. Geralt rises from his resting place, taking in the soft chorus and the warmth filtering through the branches. The gentle shift in the air fills him with quiet reassurance that the world is ready for renewal, and so is he. Each footstep forward grounds him in this tranquil dawn. There is a purpose woven into the sunlight gently reaching through the leaves. Geralt lets his gaze follow a beam of light as it dances across the forest floor, illuminating wildflowers and new growth. The scars of his journey are still there, but this fresh dawn urges him onward. He listens to his own breath sinking with the awakening world, feeling that this day is different, full of potential paths and gentle beginnings. Moving through the clearing, Geralt senses that his trials have shaped him for a reason. The forest is no longer a place of shadows and uncertainty, but of gentle transformation. As he pauses, the air stills thin, another songbird takes flight, and he smiles softly. Each note echoes the promise that every ending carves the way for something new. The road ahead, though unknown, glimmers with a hopeful glow. With the morning light leading him, Geralt sets forth once more, leaving behind the remnants of the long night. His heart is lighter, and his steps sure, guided by the rhythm of a world reborn. The trees sway softly in greeting, and the path winds gracefully ahead, open and inviting. As the birds herald a new day, Geralt embraces his renewed purpose, ready to meet whatever gentle storms or sunshine await him on this journey. Chapter 12. The Road Once More. The first light of dawn brushes the sky with pale gold as Geralt rises from his humble camp. Each movement is unhurried, a quiet reflection of the peace that settled over him during the silent hours before sunrise. The meadow glistens with morning dew, the world washed clean by the gentle rains of night. With a steady breath, Geralt prepares to set out again, gently waking his senses to the journey ahead. His boots find the familiar rhythm on the soft earth, each step a testament to endurance. The wildflowers bend under his stride, releasing sweet scents that linger in the fresh morning air. Geralt's thoughts drift to distant villages and roads yet traveled, memories mingling with the hope of new beginnings. The world feels hushed and welcoming, as if inviting him to wander without haste, guided by quiet strength and the wisdom earned in the night's embrace. The hush of the forest blends with the steady beat of Geralt's footsteps. Sunlight streams through the trees, creating shifting patterns across his path. Each breath he takes is purposeful, filling his lungs with crisp, cool air. There is no rush, only gentle progress. Every shadow and whisper, every bird's mellow call, weaves together the tapestry of this calm morning. Geralt accepts the unknown ahead, trusting the resilience he has found in tranquil hours. A faint breeze stirs his cloak, another reminder of the world in motion. Geralt pauses for a moment, feeling the soft wind brush against his skin. The solitude does not weigh heavy, it feels healing, wrapping around him like a long-lost friend. Each moment is given its own quiet respect. He gives thanks for safe passage and lets the comfort of routine settle his mind, knowing that every step is both a return and a new beginning. Moving forward, Geralt's resolve is silent but strong, shaped by countless nights like this one. The calm of the dawn becomes his shield, a gentle assurance that he may face whatever storms arise. As the road stretches before him, hope glimmers at the horizon, subtle but sure. With a heart eased by peace and courage found in quiet trials, Geralt steps into the day ready to wander once more, wherever fate may lead. Chapter 13. Whispers of the saga's beginning. Dawn arrives, soft and gentle, brushing the world in quiet gold. Geralt moves through the silent morning, his senses alert to every subtle sound. The winds carry murmurs of stories not yet told, each whisper weaving itself into the air. He breathes deeply, feeling the promise of new adventures on the horizon. Change is coming, gently, persistently, shaping his path forward. In this morning hush, the landscape seems to listen with Geralt, as if nature itself knows more awaits him. Shadows recede, and the world stretches awake, lingering on the edge of something greater. The hero stands still, feeling the pulse of possibility woven into the quiet fields, forests, and distant hills. These gentle stirrings hint at destiny approaching, softly guiding him onward. Each step Geralt takes leaves a faint imprint on dewy grass, marking the threshold between what was and what may come. The sky brightens, carrying with it stories half remembered, yet to be lived. Foreshadowing lingers on the breeze, gentle, hopeful, never rushed. There is a calm acceptance, now a sense that stormy trials were but the prelude to the epic that lies ahead. He pauses beneath a tree where golden light dapples the earth, and memories flicker in his mind. Friends met, monsters battled, mysteries unraveled in long-forgotten woods. But as the chapter closes, the weight lifts, replaced by quiet optimism. The journey's end slips into a new beginning. With soft determination, Geralt steps into the unfolding morning, where every rustle, sigh, and birdsong hints at legendary tales yet to be spun. As the sun rises, hope sparkles on the horizon. Geralt's heart is calm, attuned to the secret music of stories ready to awaken. His days of wandering are not over. They have merely shifted toward purpose, maturity, and a legend quietly forming. The whispers of the saga's beginning feel gentle and enduring, promising peace for now and adventure soon enough. For every end, there is a hopeful dawn embracing new tales to come. Chapter 14. Peace at Storm's End. Geralt settled onto a grassy hill, the sword laid gently at his side. The world stretched before him in shades of green and silver, clouds trailing shadows over distant fields. He watched the sky, tracing the lazy drift of white and grey, listening to the faint rumble where storms wandered far away. Here, for the first time in many nights, all was calm, and his heart felt at ease. Breezes tiptoed through the grass, their cool touch whispering to Geralt that the danger had truly passed. He let his thoughts quiet, breathing in the scents of wet earth and wild flowers after rain. Above, sunlight clung to the edges of rolling clouds, promising nothing but peace. Each moment lingered, soft and unhurried. For now, the only storms left existed on the distant horizon, powerless to disturb his gentle rest. Geralt stretched out under the endless sky, feeling the tension seep from his tired muscles. Alone but never lonely, he sensed the world itself soothing old wounds. The distant claps of fading thunder became a lullaby, guiding him further into relaxation. With every slow blink and easy breath, he surrendered to the gentle arms of peace. Time seemed to slow, then pause, held in the hush after the storm's release. Though memories of trials and uncertainties lingered, here on this hilltop Geralt found a rare contentment. He traced patterns in the cloud shapes, letting his burdens float away. The medallion he wore lay still silent and unworried, attuned to the serenity surrounding him. In this precious interlude, a sense of safety blossomed, and he welcomed the quiet, letting it fill every corner of his spirit. Rest felt complete and well-earned. As shadows lengthened and evening approached, the peace remained undisturbed. Geralt closed his eyes, trusting the world to turn gently while he lay quiet and free. For this moment, there were no monsters, no storms only, the steady rhythm of breath and the endless sky watching over him. The land itself seemed to hum with calm, and so, peace reigned both within and beyond, a gift cherished and held close at the storm's end. Chapter 15. Nightfall's Whisper. A gentle night settles over the world as Geralt finds his rest. The journey that carried him through storms and shadows now guides him into the hush of evening. The air is cool, tinged with soft scents of leaves and distant rain. All around, silence stretches out, wrapping him in peaceful solitude. Each breath grows slower, carrying the day's final hopes into the safe arms of sleep. Moonlight presses gently through the window, casting silver patterns across Geralt's bed. His sword rests nearby, forgotten for now, a quiet reminder of battles fought and promises kept. The soft bedding cradles his tired limbs as his heartbeat calms. Outside, the world exhales. Trees sway quietly, their branches whispering lullabies to the stars. Geralt lets go of worry, allowing himself to sink deeper into the comfort of night's gentle embrace. Within the silence, echoes of past journeys flicker softly in Geralt's mind. Roads once traveled seem distant now, yet every memory brings a sense of closure, like finishing a long, beloved book. He smiles faintly, remembering laughter, courage, and companionship that marked his path. Each feeling, whether sorrow or joy, becomes a pleasant dream drifting by like clouds. Tonight, the world is quiet, and Geralt can finally rest without fear or urgency. Even the wolves, guardians of night, settle their playful howls into peaceful murmurs. Villagers sleep shielded and warm as the stars cast their watchful glow. In this hour, Geralt is neither hunter nor hero, just a wandering soul at peace. The night breathes slow and deep, and the worries of the waking world grow faint. Resting within these gentle rhythms, Geralt surrenders to dreams, feeling safe in the arms of twilight's promise. Hope lingers softly as dawn waits beyond the horizon. Geralt's breathing grows slower, each inhale and exhale mingling with the steady pulse of the sleeping earth. Serenity wraps him in a gentle cocoon, whispering that every journey, no matter how stormy, finds its calm. With gratitude blooming quietly in his heart, he drifts beyond waking, ready to greet whatever new beginning awaits when morning comes. For now, he sleeps, and the world holds him close.